It's really hard to get a bite this morning. We've seen loads of fish out, they've been spawning, but I finally banged one. He's not the biggest, but on a day like today, it's a fish. Look at him. I haven't weighed him yet. I'll show him when you caught him. I'll show him what I caught him on. Show you the rigs where I'm fishing. We'll try and cram as much as we can in today for you. And then we'll get him weighed and tell you what I caught him on.
Been at the pool about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. I ain't had nothing. Jay's had that one as you saw. You know, if I don't have anything throughout the day, I have been baiting up a little stalking spot. So we'll go down there with my little stalking rod and the float on. And hopefully bag one for you then. But yeah, we'll let you know how we get on throughout the day.
Yeah, sorry that you can't see us that well. The position of the sun isn't the bestest, but like you said, I've had that run. It's looking pretty good, you know, there's fish showing any time we can tell now.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll show you what we're fishing on, we'll show you whereabouts we're fishing. We'll have some tips and advice from Bridgey. He hasn't been on one of these videos before, so it'll be his first time. Hopefully he'll have a fish to show us. But yeah, you know, we do know it's late producers. In episode 2 we had about 18 fish between us, me, Jay and Fab. But you know, it's only just after spawning really, so...
That's why I was so surprised to get that run really. We've seen them flat.
Yeah,
you know, the males bully the females. And
yeah, I think they still have got a bit of spawning on their minds, so they are pretty weary about what they're taking. But yeah, as I say, I have baited up that stalking spot, so I'll get back to you in a bit. And yeah. Yeah, I've just been over to Bridges swim and just took one of his rigs he's using today. Simple bottom bait rig. I ain't really used to using this sort, but I try and run you through it the best as I can. Starting off at the business end, the hook bait he's using is a mainline Banoffee boilie, and then he's just tied braid onto a quarter captor curve shank hook. That's being the hair. Fluorocarbon knotless knotted onto the hook whilst cutting off the tag end. As you can see, that's you know, really supple. And going down the line, sinker just to help it lay on the bottom that little bit better, and at the end a link loop just to attach it to the quick link. That's all he's using, completely different to mine, which I'll show you now. Here we go, as promised, the rig I'm using today. Starting at the top here, I'm just using a new bait from Retro Baits. That's just one I'm testing. All retro baits for me, quality bait at amazing prices. Quarter curve hook, and we're just using shrink tube just to make it turn that little bit better in the palm of your hand. Using quarter supernatural braid. That's just basically a really simple air that I've shown you before in the past. And this is a live take for the camera.
Get real weight. Second fish for me on the rod.
There we go.
Just filming
Bridget,
Jord's rig.
take this rod.
And we're away.
Hold the leg call.
I
think that's the first ever live take.
Yeah, and day ticket car.
You film.
Come on.
Just come out.
Yeah, he's just done me there.
That's fishing.
That's fishing. I'll put new bait on, and before I chuck it out, I'll show you my setup and why.
Sorry about that little interruption there from Jay's fish that unfortunately lost. But here we go again, my rig. Where was we? I'm using a sinker on the braid just to help it sink down to the bottom and just, you know, stay down really, so carp, you know, can't see it really. And then there's just a big hoop on the end what I'm just putting through the eyed swivel and the leg core, and then pulling back through, which is so much easier than all these link loops and that nowadays. Using the SP leg core, around there just to help it blend in and keep it down on the bottom. And only because I'm fishing quite close today, so I'm using a really small lead. It's actually Guru, what some of the match people use. Really tiny lead, and it just helps that fish come up to the surface that little bit better. And that's all I'm using, and all I'm doing around that is scattering a pouch full of retro baits, meaty garlic, and some of the new ones I'm testing for him. Absolutely wonderful bait, caught me plenty of fish. Get on it.
Hi, as you've seen, I've just lost that fish, so I'm just going to show you my setup here. You know, Jord and bridgey ain't doing that, but something different, isn't it? Popped up corn, you know, so it's on the bottom like that. You know, just simple hook, quarter hook, normal tie, 8 times, flip that back 2 times just to give it that whip. I haven't used a swivel because I'm on lead core. I've done the old in and back through with that knot to make that effect. And just, if I can pull this off, I've got my swivel on there. Just a little bead really, just to keep everything neat. Hide the big swivel as well. And I just tuck that back in there. Lead core, meter lead core. You know, I love this stuff. It's quarter, it sinks to the bottom, as you can see. The little, you know, it's so light. Just another quarter lead as well. Just sitting on, because where I'm fishing, it's a bit deeper, so that's just going to sink down there and land nice and flat with the whole rig and lead core. And what I'm doing is just tipping that with a piece of foam either side of it and chucking it out with a handful of boilies over it, and hopefully I can get a third carp. Right, this is the second one of the day for me. Absolutely chuffed, screaming run. Thought it was a lot bigger than this actually. Took me the other side of the lake. But on a day like today, a fish is a fish. I've also lost 2 as well. Jordan and Bridgey haven't had anything. Jordan's been off stalking. We'll get him weighed and I'll show you the rig I caught him on.
First fish of the day for him. We've been catapulting mainland high impact boilies over a spot all day. Absolutely chuffed for this one. Could go home happy really.
You're right. Still hasn't happened for me, unfortunately. I have been doing everything right. All my tactics, really good, you know. Camouflaged a lot. I'm fishing in good spots, which I know I've produced before. I've tried stalking, that isn't working. It's just really unlucky for me today, unfortunately. It's only 2:30. We're staying till about 7, 8 o'clock. So, you know, hopefully I'll have a fish for you by then. If not, you know, I'll still do a couple of things, stalking, floater fishing, whatever. But yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Alright, just so I'll give you another quick update. My right hand rod is just under a tree, about 2.5 rod lengths out. It's just a bit deeper down there. And then on my left hand rod, I'm just a rod length out. Nothing much there really. The carp at the evening, they just come round, you know, and they see anything, they just pick it up, no hesitation. The 2 rods I have had are on the right rod, on the longer spot, just looking at a catapult at a time every time I have a fish. Not casting a lot today. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to wreck the swim. There's quite a lot of people on today, very pressured. But you know, I'm sinking my lines so they're pinned to the bottom. I think that's the key today, and on most ticket day ticket waters. I just thought I'd give you a little update where my rods are placed. Hopefully I get another one by the end of the day.
Beautiful little mirror caught stalking on a retro baits boilie. Just free lined it, sunk a line, went off straight away. Beautiful fight on the little stalker rod. Been baiting it up all day, paid off. Yeah, so I'll get him back and I'll hopefully have another one. No fish stalking. This time chubby little common. I think he's ready to spawn really. We'll get him back and we'll have one more go before I go home and hopefully bag another one. Yeah, we've come to the end of our session now. We've had 3 fish between us. My 3 were from the stalking area on a retro baits boilie. You know, beautiful lake. What can I say? Beautiful fish. We was expecting more, to be honest, like in episode 2 where we had loads. But you know, they've been spawning. You know, they've got all that on their mind, so it was harder than we thought. At least we've had some though, eh?
Yes, for me, I've had the 3, lost 2. I should have had the 2, but you know, just down. The old hook pull, and you know, they swim towards you. They just kite out, swim towards you. They know exactly what they're doing. It's a stunning park lake, absolutely stunning.
Yeah, so please like and subscribe. Watch our next episode, which will be up soon.
Tight
Thank you.
lines.